What's up, everybody? A Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on PC Building Simulator. We left off in the last episode. We did okay, but I had a bit of a blunder with the whole buying the wrong part thing, so that was kind of annoying. Let's see. Upgrade the CPU, upgrade the RAM, clean out dust. That one's going to be a bit of work. This one we want to figure out what we need to do really quickly. And there was a couple of updates I wanted to go over. Well, not a couple, there was one update. But the first being the music player now has the ability to where you can go from your own local area. You can pull up your own music, or you can actually access can't talk today. You can actually access different internet radio things and stuff like that. So, if you get tired of the stock music, feel free to switch it now. Also, they added a calendar here. Before you saw me, you have to go over here to leave and check your calendar, and then you can go, back over here. Now they've fixed that to where you can just check your calendar here. So we also need to pay the utility bill. Oh, this is cool. You can actually tab through. I didn't notice that before. Either that or this one has it and the door one doesn't. So we have another email. 54! So turning the light off does actually matter. Because I think the first time I played through this, by the time I had to pay the electric bill, I think it was 90. So yeah, turning the lights off does actually make a difference. Alright. So let's check out what's going on with this guy here. Replace the hard drive. It must be on the back. I'm like, I don't see a hard drive. Oh, there it is. It's under the... There we go. Okay, so which one is not working is the question. Oh, the other thing that is now available as well is the ability to change up the key bindings. Apparently. I don't personally have a problem with it. I think they're fine. But if you were annoyed by anything and wanted to change them, I think that is an option now. So we'll cut that cable. And no, I don't mean actually cut the cable. That would not go well. Storage. Okay, so 320 Mortoni. We need to buy one of those. Storage. There we are. So 320. Now see, this is where, like I said before, the description says replace. Not update, just replace. So when the game first came out, what a lot of players would do was basically just go in here and find the absolute cheapest one, even though it's not a 320, it's a 120. You'd buy that, you'd throw it in there, and you make a bit of a profit off of it. I personally found the developers' comment on when they patched that and fixed it, that it was like, what kind of shady operations are you guys running in here? I thought that was really funny. This is actually the same kind of tower. So we'll go ahead and get the dust spray and start spraying that. Good old dust. Let's see, we need to upgrade the CPU and upgrade to 8 gigs of RAM. Why is this not working? I can't always... I feel like that's something I hope that they add later, is a little bit more of a visual cue for not necessarily the dust that's going away, but where you're spraying, kind of thing. There must be some in here too. I'm guessing. Power unit. There we go. Alright, all dusted. Now, let's actually check and see what's going on here. So we have a T-Force Dark Red 4. So we need another 4. I think it only has one RAM stick. What kind of CPU do we have here? Ryzen 3 quad-core 1200. So, like I said before, let's check the RAM first. We'll go with the Team Force Dark Red, and then we can do a part ranking for the CPU. So the Ryzen... Where's Ryzen? 1200, right? Ryzen 3 quad-core 1200. Ryzen 3 Quad-Core 1200. Okay, cool. So obviously this makes sense to go up to a 1300X or whatever. But it's important to check that because I have had times where you bought something that was similar or really, really close, but the game didn't actually interpret it as being better. Now, the one thing I am actually curious about... Okay, I was wondering why there wasn't a 1200X or a 1300. I don't know that they actually make those. Normally there's an X or a regular version, so I was wondering why there's not a 1200X. They might not have done it for 12s, but there should have been a 1300, I think, I imagine. Could be wrong. But there is a lot of, that is part of the game of unlocking more parts. So it's possible that I just don't have those available yet, or that it's not right. One of the two. So let's see. The last one should just be a virus scan. Yeah, remove viruses. So I think that's all the parts we need. So let's go ahead and buy the parts. And let's see, we paid our electric bill. We have to complete that job by then. We have a $500 rent payment. So we really only have about $300 to work with. I was going to check some tools and see if there was any softwares or anything I could get away with purchasing, but not really. I've never used the PC Bay one. You can get used parts like eBay, essentially. I've never actually used it, though. And personally, if I'm being honest, if I were running a PC shop, I wouldn't really want to be buying used parts, because me and used electronics don't usually see eye to eye on things. But it's not that necessarily just because something is used, it means it's bad. I just do not like buying used parts. Basically because I have enough electronic parts break on me as it is, that I'm like, I want them to last as long as humanly possible. So, ooh. It's got some lights along there. That's cool. Okay, so let's get this thing cleaned up. Alright. Okay. Look, come on. That last little bit, man. I did see that they're adding some other parts as well. They're working on them, kind of thing. I looked at the roadmap the other day on the developer's site. Okay, so this should be done. And, so, you know, there's some new parts coming in that are pretty cool. I'm really liking that they have the dual GPU now. I think that's really cool. Though I did hear that, or in the changelog, they mentioned something about they were having some bugs with cooling GPUs or whatever. So we can use the Ryzen 5s now. That's cool. All right. Blake Patterberg. Oh, this is the movie guy again. Hey there, a bit of a crisis here. I'm supposed to be helping out an article for Movie Maniacs, a series retrospective of the Sonic Monk trilogy. This series is massive in some indie film circles in Denmark. I like the little, it's massive in this small little area. So you can understand why I want to take the utmost care to get this right. The last thing I need is another mob of angry film fanatics flaming me on the message boards and leaving snarky comments on every article. As usual, I ripped my Blu-rays to my computer so I can do a more detailed analysis of the frame image. I'm not really sure what that means. But then the hard drive they were on made this loud clunk sort of sound and I can't access any of the files. Can you do something? I need to get this article written or all the Sonic Monk fans, and there are nearly 20 of them, are going to be very disappointed. Assistant Junior Moderator. By the way, if you can get a hold of a copy of the Sonic Monk trilogy, I do recommend giving it a watch. Just make sure you watch it in the original Danish with English subtitles and try not to overanalyze the giant spider subplot. Oh, and you can skip the second half of the third film because it's not technically canon. I will say this. Obviously, we're going to do it and whatever. But I will say this. The upgrade or replace hard drive missions, quests, tasks, jobs, whatever you want to call them. Those perplex me a little bit. Only because, like that. I need these video things so that I can edit them, or I can review them, right? So replace the hard drive for me. That won't get the data back, though. Like, so I wonder if eventually they're going to end up doing, like, data recovery type jobs. That would be kind of cool. But which one is this? All right, let's do this one because it's on a clock. Okay, hard drive. Get rid of the broken one. Throw you in there. Let's cable it up. Okay. I have to make sure it boots to the OS. We really do need to get that auto cable thing. It does come in handy. Ah. Dagnabbit, why can I not? Thank you. I could not get the click thing to work right. The click thing, the mouse. Don't mind me, I just repair PCs for a living here. This is why I actually play games about that and don't actually do it. Ooh, you got purple lights. Purple fans, that's cool. Actually, which ones are these? Cooler Master RGB. Oh, those are 200mm. I thought those looked big. Those are big old fans. Alright. Let's put you there. Backplate. I don't know if I can actually, like, package this up or whatever without putting all the... Nope, because leave by the door wasn't there. Okay, so you do actually have to do that. I thought so. I might have to turn the graphics settings down just a little bit. Every once in a while, now it's fine. Every once in a while when I'm messing with parts and things, I'm wondering, here's a test we'll do. Talk about tech support within, or testing within testing. Oh, right, I need to remove this too. Wait, this is the one where I'm doing that, right? Upgrade the CPU, okay. And I still have not really decided whether it's better to just sell your used parts or keep them and use them in things. I personally think I would normally just sell them, because usually as you move up in the game, it's going to ask you for things that are higher tier than those type of thing. And since they fixed the whole, you can't just slap a random component on there and call it a day, you know. Let's see, we'll grab you, throw you in there, and I'll finish up the case while we're booting up. I started to say, though, I think I'll end up doing the extra workbench before I end up doing the Dagnabbit, wrong buttons. Before I end up doing the auto cable thing, I think, just because the extra workbench is really handy when you start getting into a lot of the benchmark stuff. Now, what I wanted to see here is you'll notice the frame rate is a lot better when I'm just picking this up and it's not, and I didn't just grab it from the power position. Because what I think is happening is when it's static, it's not doing anything, but when I actually have it plugged in and powered, when I pick it up, I think all of those fans and everything are moving, and all the 3D models are too much for the game to handle, I think, is what's happening. Okay, it is this. I was gonna say, I need to know where the, It is off the back! Dagnabbit! I always try and make sure I'm not disassembling more than I need. Okay, the question here is which one is broken? Let's check. This one's broken. Alright, get rid of that. And I sold it without looking at what it was. Dagnabbit. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, so just through my natural ESP of, you know, being a brilliant tech person that I am, I'm just kind of guessing. I'm pretty sure it was a Mortoni 500 gig. It was not because I went back and like checked the video at all. I don't know why you'd even bring that up. All right, let's go ahead and collect a couple of these. Get rid of those. GTX 970s, nice. What's wrong with my gaming rig? That's a great way to start. How you doing? My gaming rig isn't booting anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? It seems to power on okay. The fans go around, but it doesn't get any further than the BIOS screen. Can you have a look? I can do that. And this must be our first one. So this mission requires you to figure out what's wrong with the PC before being able to order parts. Technically, you could order parts, but it'd be very inefficient. I need some help. My rig just isn't up to the task anymore. I need 4 gigs of RAM. Can you run the 3D Mark to check it doesn't overheat? In terms of time, can you get it finished by the 24th, which is 13 days? Sure, we can do that. And be careful with these. I've said it before. If it says run it, that's fine if it's upgraded. But I really don't like taking the missions that do, or the jobs, that do the stupid scores. Making sure you get the right score. Ugh, they're so annoying. Okay. So, I think we collected all these. Yeah, so we should be good. Alright. Back in the dark. Alright, so let's get our parts. Let's go ahead and replace this one since we're right here with it and it's already kind of cracked open. Okay, grab you. Storage. Throw you in there. Let's go ahead and get this hooked up. Okay, power. I do kind of feel irritated that you have to do all of these to make sure it boots up. It's like, you could probably boot without the keyboard and mouse, it just wouldn't be able to do anything, really. But it would probably boot to Windows, I imagine. I mean, Omega OS, that's what I totally meant. Okay, so here's another example that we're going to test. So this fan's spinning and stuff's going on, so if I just grab it, apparently this one didn't do it. So maybe I'm not right. Let's do the diagnose one in a minute. Let's check this upgrade one. What do we need to do for this one? Upgrade the RAM. What is the point of having a handle here if I have to unscrew 4 screws to take this plate off? It should just have a little handle. Alright, Shein Titan 2. Okay. And let's be cheap. We won't be the best business people. I'm not going to get her the same thing. Them. I think it was a her. Was it not a her? I don't remember. Alright. What's wrong? Try turning the power on and see what happens. Often the BIOS will give you a clue to what's wrong. If nothing happens, then it could be a broken PSU. If that doesn't help, work your way through the components until you find all the broken ones. Yay. Let's see. Hook you up, and hook you up. Power her up. And what do we get? No CPU! Well, I know I play a PC fixer-upper on YouTube, but I'm no expert. But not having a CPU is kind of bad. It does have a CPU. That means fart knocker. Let me double check. Okay, the CPU is bad. I was gonna say it tells. I was thinking the motherboard, but the CPU is bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this used one and see if it works and whatnot. And if it actually okays me, then shoot, this thing's done. It does diagnose and fix, so I guess that counts. Oh. Yeah, it still works, so I put in a crappier one, didn't I? What did I put in, actually? Yeah, I took a... You should never do this. This is so bad. Actually, I think it'd be cool as a game, as a game focus, if you did that kind of thing. Like, I literally just put a 1200 instead of a 1500X, and so it's like, yeah, I know theirs was broke, but still, it's not very good business. I think it'd be cool, actually, if the game could detect that and then, like, send you, like, you get another follow-up email, like, what did you do? Give me back my other one, kind of thing. That would be kind of cool, actually. Because, honestly, I'm doing it because it's a game and it helps me get kind of the leg up, but honestly, it's very, 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 very bad business practice to do that. You really should not do that at all. I cannot stress that enough, people. I'm doing it because it's a video game. Is terrible business practice. And don't even get me started on the ethical violations. Alright, so that one we have. Things aren't working fast enough. I need 4 gigs of RAM. I'd like you to run the mark. But didn't we just, like, isn't that the exact same thing? Only it's 5 days. Ooh. Okay. We have this one now. What do we get this? Oh gosh, Blake Patterberg. Thanks for the help with that hard drive before my Sonic Monk article went down a treat. It went down a treat? Okay. No idea what that phrase means. Would you believe I'm still struggling to find a replacement copy of Babes of Planet Bathamore? No, that's shocking. The best I've come across so far was a bootleg DVD of the theatrical cut, but the color reproduction of the naked buffet scene was just awful, and the screen went all wobbly during Captain Cartwright's rousing speech to the downtrodden underclasses. I would like to revisit that sentence again. The best I've but the color reproduction on the naked buffet scene. That actually had a little bit of a rhythm to it, didn't it? So, the color reproduction on the naked buffet scene. No. Okay, moving on. I've been checking online auctions every day for months, but I can't find a genuine unsullied Laserdisc version. What if this landmark film is lost forever? I think we'll survive. But if I were to start my own cult classic archive, I need to give this some thought. But if I were to start my own cult classics archive, shouldn't that be like, but what if I were to? Not, but if I, that, it's not really like a question. I don't know. Anyway, Blake Patterberg, weird guy. Hi, are you available for a job? My rig isn't up to the task anymore. I'd appreciate it if you could replace the CPU with something better. I'd want 8 gigs of RAM installed. Can you benchmark it to make sure it's all okay? Sure. Why not? Again, this is just run the 3D mark, not actually do the stuff and things. So I'll wait to find out what that is, and I'll need to wait to find out what that is. I was basically checking those before I ordered this just to make sure there wasn't any other parts that I needed. And I can't do anything until we do that, so it's lights out, I guess. One thing I should also... Oh, where am I? Okay, there I am. One thing I should also point out is when you have jobs like that one that's 5 days, you also have to keep in mind that it skips the weekends. So if you were to take it here, then it's 1, 2, and now you have a couple days to diagnose order. So just kind of keep that in mind. I just kind of randomly clicked it because they usually give you enough time. But just kind of on the off chance that you mismanage something and you don't have enough time, that could be why. Just a thoughtful note. Alright, so let's get this RAM thrown in here. My cheapo RAM. Boom. And we'll go ahead and get the thumb drive. Let's wire her up. Actually, I might go ahead and get the secondary... Let's see, when's the bills due? Must complete. We've got time. I could probably afford to get the other bench. It's 1,500. Screw it, I'm gonna risk it. Second bench, done. Okay, let's do the 3D mark. And let's grab... This is where things start getting interesting, because now you start juggling a little bit more. Reboot you. And the first thing is, let's go ahead and get it running, and then we'll go ahead and put this thing back together with its stupid four-screw thing. Anyway. Actually, there's another one that's by time. Let me double check. Oh, okay. See, this is an example. Ends in 2 days because it overlapped on the weekend. It just did what I was saying. So we did it on this day. It skipped these two. It was 5 days. So now this is here. So, you know, kind of keep that in mind. And it does tell you on your list, like, must complete jobs. So as long as we order stuff and do it, it'll be fine. But just keep that in mind. Alright, upgrade to 4 gigs. Is that it? No CPU, no nothing? Okay, cool. And it's got the Mortoni 2 gig. Alright. We'll get one of those. I have to wait on this for now, so let's just throw you down here. What is this one? This was the upgrade one. See, this is the prime example of why you want multiple workbenches, is because you could have one 3D marking and then you can have something else going on here. What is with this case? I literally have had 3 jobs, all with the same case. Is it that popular? Alright, upgrade to 8. What do we have in here? A 4? It looks like nothing else. I'm actually surprised you could put something in this RAM bay with that there. I guess it's got enough clearance. Need to undo this, check the CPU. So we've got a quad-core 1200, so we should need the 1300X and another 4 gig stick. So let's do that. Let's do 4 more Tony and CPUs. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that, oops, nope, Zen. So out of the Ryzen's, 1300 is going to be the cheapest upgrade I can do. That's 220. That'll be here next day. That should be good. This is good. Alright, so we can claim this one. We can order this stuff. I am going to wait, though. Let's go ahead and claim this one so that we can see what else we get. Blake Patterberg. Again. Blake Patterberg is proud to present the Film Classic Archive. filmclassic.freehosting.co.uk, temporary URL pending industry sponsorship. So I guess this is his whole doing his own archive, I guess. Doesn't sound bad, like a bad idea at all. A carefully curated collection of cult films dedicated to protecting and preserving classics like Babes of Planet Bethamore, Wet Heat, Dry Heat, and the Frondbuster series. Founder Blake Patterberg is an industry professional with over 5 years' experience as assistant junior moderator at community-led news and reviews authority Movie Maniacs. Thanks to his passion for true cinema and appreciation for the classics, the Film Classics Archive is guaranteed to be around for generations to come. Testimonials from leading industry figures. Yes, Blake Patterberg was on our moderation staff. I never read this one before. This is funny. It's like, yes, he worked for us. He's always loved his films, especially those funny foreign ones. Lucille Patterberg, history teacher, retired. Quick payment and no fuss, A++ buyer. The Movie Guy 1988. Experienced media reseller. Quick payment and no fuss. Yeah, nice. More testimonials to be. Only Blake Patterberg and the Film Classics Archive have what it takes to preserve cinematic history. Sign up as a supporter today. Yeah. Did you get the email about the Film Classics Archive? It's going great so far. I've already got 5 users in a heated debate about Captain Cartwright on the forums. Behind the scenes, I've been ripping my entire collection of cult classics to populate the Film Classics Archive, but I'm running out of hard drive space again. Could you add some more storage for me? Thanks. By the way, I noticed you've not signed up as a supporter yet. Your technical services are great and much appreciated, but if you want to sign up as a community backer, you can. No pressure. Do you still have the link? I can send it to you again if you need it. Blake Patterberg. 8 gigs! Or, I mean, 8 terabytes. Jeez, dude. I mean, crazy pants over here. I forget what's in his, so I'm just gonna wait on that. We'll go ahead and buy this. And, yeah. Lights out. Probably have one more day in me for this episode. Let's get to going. Alright. So, lights up. Grab the stuff. I think this was... Oh! Which one was this? Oh, that's the CPU upgrade. Okay. What are you? This is his Blake Patterbergs. Alright, so this is the timed one. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Is it 2? Yeah, upgrade to 4. The 8 was for the other system over there. Okay. That's another thing, is if you buy a bunch of parts, always make sure you're putting the right ones in the right tower. I've done that before. It was like, they're like, yay, my system's upgraded. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be that upgraded. It was for somebody else. Actually, wait a minute. Where's my CPU? Hold up. Did I not buy the thing? Delivery of more Tony. Yeah, AMD Ryzen. Where did it go? Oh. Oh, fits this computer is checked and this already has ones. Oh, jeez. That scared the ever-loving crap out of me. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was like, hold on, I'm not losing my mind. I bought the processor. I did it. I did. I was going a little crazy there for a second. Let's go ahead and... Actually, no. We'll wait. We'll get this running. Because it does take a pretty good minute to do that. I love when you walk away, by the way, as it's still booting up like that. It sounds super distorted, so it's like... And like, it completely ends up falling apart. Alright, so memory... Slap the 4 gig stick in there. Let's get rid of you. Now, I don't think this was broken. Yeah, it's just used. Okay. So it's the same as last time. Do that. Wait. Close the arm. That was weird. I don't know why you have to switch over to remove instead of install to close the arm, but whatever. Or anchor. Whatever that's called. Is it an anchor? Arm? Arm anchor? I forget. Alright, now there is one thing. I've never tried this before, but you only have one thumb drive in the career mode. I've never actually tried this. Okay, so you can totally do that. Myth busted. Okay. Actually, give me a minute. I'm just going to do this part. And then I'll put the case on, and then we'll see if we can get that last one. At least, I think it was an upgrade of the hard drive. Yeah, it's the hard drive one, so I gotta find out exactly what the hard drives we need for that one are. Right, so this one will be good to go after the 3D Mark's done running. And what do we need for this? This is level 8. Alright, so this is done, so we should be good. Cool. And give me this one. Alright, so this one I remember is on the back plate. Alright, so what do we have? We have a 1 terabyte and a 500 gig. And it looks like we have 3 more slots. Though I don't know how many... how many SATA ports we have left. 1, 2, 3. Or is there 2 there? Nope, that's 1. So it looks like we have... I guess that would make it a total of 4 hard drives that the motherboard can handle. So what it comes down to for storage then... is going to be whether you do 4 2s to equal 8. And what would that be? 70 by 4 would be 280. So, or can I do 8 or 4? I can do 2 4s, and that would be 260, right? Because that's 4 7s, 280, so 260. So it's actually cheaper to do 2 4 terabytes, it looks like. Now, we could also piecemeal this. He's got 1,500. So if I did... Let's see. No. It still really wouldn't work out very well because I don't have like a 1.5 terabyte to even it out. Even that, I don't have a 6 terabyte to make it. So I think the best bet is to just pull the other 2 and just buy 2 of these. I think. Alright, so this one's done. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. Before we do this, like I said, I always collect, because then you'll get new missions and sometimes, or new jobs, and sometimes well, not only can you upgrade and you'll unlock stuff, but you'll also get some things where it tells you exactly what you need. This is not. My PC is super slow. My friend said you work with computers. PC is super slow right now. Yawn. I need 8 gigs of memory installed. Can you run the 3D Mark to make sure it's working? I've got to have it by 119. Sure, why not? Like I said, though, that's 3 days. So we're here. I'll get this one, I'll order it, and then it'll be there. Okay, that still works. I need to upgrade my PC. I'd appreciate it if you could replace the CPU with something better. I need 4 gigs of RAM. And run the Mark with no test. Sure, that works fine. Alright, so let's go ahead, excuse me, and order these. We're still above our 500 mark for rent, and we still got another week or so, so that should be fine. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap things up for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. In the meantime, we're going to wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Lights out. Peace.